Did you see it?
When did that happen?
Hello.
Oh, fuck's sake, not again.
Maybe moment. Greetings! We are Fishy Pursuits for a fun time, a progressive dance troupe here to educate you on the sublime pleasures of marine-based hobbies, especially those that leave a briny tang on your tongue. No?
I'm saying nothing.
Hello, my name is Max.
I am Sam.
I'm Shane, again.
And well, yes, a huge thank you to Shane for joining us again here in Delirium for another month of making theoretical movies.
Not like I had a choice. I just got plucked out of the ether.
Is that what you've been for like the past, year?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They even changed my clothes.
They do that.
They put me in shorts!
They do that a lot. Well, there's some more than others. He seems to get away with it more than I do.
To have randomly disappearing, reappearing shirts is what I have.
Oh, to have a shirt. We seem to have one argument about over popcorn.
We've been stiffed.
We have.
What's that?
It's blue juice.
Not that.
Oh!
We've been upgraded!
Well, they're not tacos, they're tortillas. Sorry. So before we have a look at what we're going to be doing this month, there is always the business of our winner from last month. So if you were following us last month, you'll know that we had Toy Story and Child's Play, which we turned into Child Story and Toy Play.
Toy Play just sounds so wrong.
Yeah, in so many ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We believe now that Chris has an OnlyFans account called Toy Play. That's probably where he is now.
So I'm trying not to think about these things. Stop putting thoughts in my head.
I'll move on swiftly, shall I?
He's playing with toys. Plastic toys.
Battery operated.
Plastic toys.
So, our winner from last month. So I think in total, over the different sites that we put our poll out on, we had 6 votes in total. We had 2 votes for Toy Play.
Okay.
4 for Child Story. So that makes it a total of 6-3.
Okay, well, I guess.
So thank you very much for everybody who did vote. Our maybe movie for September 2022 is Child Story. Thank you very much. So I suppose that kind of sets precedent on creating completely new films.
Was pretty much straight out of the bag, wasn't it? You know.
Yeah. So thank you again for, as I said, for everyone who voted. And obviously, please do follow us this month. If you are new to the channel, then thank you for taking the time to stop by and say hi. And do all the usual, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell notification to be updated of when new content comes out.
Do you know what's really freaky?
What's that?
My cup was still there from last time. And it's full. And there's hot liquid in it. It's tea.
It's almost like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, it's kind of good because I'm not being poisoned with that coconut milk crap.
Moving on. What are we doing this month?
Well, I mean, you're here, so I'm assuming we're supposed to be doing something.
Spooky season?
Oh,
yes, it is, definitely. It's
Trent's gone goth.
he has gone goth.
He's looking like a reject out of Zoom.
Well, if it's spooky season, then we should do. What haven't we done?
Does this mean he's a part-time member of the Black Veil Brides?
Oh God, that was a really bad joke.
I don't know what they're talking about. Sorry.
That was bad, Sam.
I know!
Okay, so let's go. If we're doing spooky, let's go space spooky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't see that. Did you see that there?
I didn't see that there.
Well, I'm going to offer the black hole.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. What's this? Not
No.
space.
No.
No, not space. No, that's not space. Do I have anything?
Nothing spaced?
I don't.
There must be a glitch in the Matrix. Ah, no, this is good because that means we get to dictate.
We get to choose.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so I've got.
you've got the space. Spooky season.
Something says event. Event horizon?
Dun dun dun.
Ah! Can we have a copy of Event Horizon, please?
Anytime you ready.
We'll carry on as if it's going to happen at some point. Okay, so before we start having a look at these, just very quickly do our shout out for the day,
Of course.
which is for another old friend and regular viewer to the channel, which is, now they used to be called Radical Productions, they're now called Radical Changes,
Okay.
who are a wonderful, wonderful channel, who do short 2-3 minute interviews with the homeless in various cities in the States.
Oh right. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, it has been a while.
So thanks a lot, guys, and please do carry on doing the great work that you do. Do check out their channel. Obviously, there'll be a link in the description below, and there'll be a link up here somewhere as well. I think with their Patreon and things like that, all of the money that they get goes towards homeless charities and things like that.
Oh, that is fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is really awesome.
So thanks again, guys. Okay. Oh.
You have a new book.
Oh,
It's all black and glittery.
oh my God! You've got a Twilight book.
No. Oh no.
That's your book, that is.
It would appear to be. Oh well. Well, at least they got one thing right. It's black.
And glittery and looks like space.
Well, you could go wrong with a little black number.
Oh, that's... Oh.
Yeah, give that man something. Give that man something.
I haven't got anything to put it on.
Okay, we'll find something for you for next time.
That's all right, I'll stick it on it. Cool, that was quite handy actually. Just off the bat, I get a star. Get it.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, that's how it works. Again, I've got to try and beat 6 then this time. Last month.
Okay, right, yeah, that was quite a heck of a number.
Oh no, but both you and Chris did. I only beat you by 1, and you both got 5.
It was. There were a lot of good ideas last month.
Yeah. Black Hole and Event Horizon then. So, I mean, it's weird because if you look at the sort of the tech level in Event Horizon, which is supposed to be 2047, and then you look at the Black Hole, which is about 2130, it's not inconceivable.
But that they're along a similar timeline. Sort of
Yeah.
thing. I suppose. I'm not sure where we would go with that, but yes, it's conceivable that they're the same universe.
I mean, in terms of what are we actually swapping, first of all? Because again, it's spooky season, so it's normally the villains that we're swapping. Are we literally swapping the ship itself, the Event Horizon, and putting it in the Black Hole?
I think, personally, we should really change it up and just change all of the characters over.
But all of the characters.
All of the characters for something different. So
Reinhardt and all of that lot are on the Event Horizon?
yeah,
Okay, well, no, I can see how that could work.
it could work.
I mean, in the original movie, the Event Horizon came back without a living crew, but that doesn't mean that it's inconceivable that some of them might have survived their journey.
Because in the Black Hole, there was only one guy who survived coming back, but he'd changed all his crew. So, therefore, it could work with the crews completely swapped over.
So we're taking the crew from the Cygnus and the... I've forgotten the name of the ship, the Black Hole.
Plano?
Something like that, yeah.
Should be on the back of it.
Hopefully.
Polino?
Palamo. Palomino.
I think it might be Palomino.
Something like that. No, it's only got Cygnus on the back here.
Right.
Okay.
But, so we're saying both... So we're replacing them so that they're going out to... So they're now back in 2047, heading out to the Cygnus that is... They lost contact with sometime around Neptune.
18 years previous.
Yes. Yeah.
Right, okay.
But we're saying that in our new version of this, it's the crew of the Lewis and Clark who just randomly stumble across the Event Horizon out in the middle of nowhere.
See, the beauty of this is because with the Event Horizon,
Well,
they
sorry.
were trying to time travel as well, weren't they?
They were using the same physics to try and do the same similar sort of thing.
Yes, to try and travel faster than light.
In theory, they could have travelled through time, gone into the black hole, and gone in the past.
It could work. Because don't forget, because the Cygnus hasn't gone into the black hole yet at the start of the film. So unless you want to say that they crossed over, so our heroes are the same. So you've still got the crew of the P, whatever. You've got the crew of the Lewis and Clark. Those are the same. But when they go out to, so when the Lewis and Clark goes out to Neptune, it finds the Cygnus.
Okay, yeah.
And the Palermo just accidentally stumbles across the event horizon, which they can then check back and say, oh yeah, this ship disappeared in 2040, and it hasn't been seen since. What the hell's it doing all the way out here?
Okay, my only question then is, where do we bring the black hole into it? Because if they find the Cygnus near Neptune, where is the black hole that is...
But if we're now saying that this is now... The Cygnus is now technically in the same state as the event horizon was.
We're in the event horizon, they were trying to create the black hole.
Oh, of course, right. So when the crew of the Palomino or whatever finds the event horizon, it's near the warp black hole.
Yeah.
So, yes, okay, I've got it.
Because maybe, like with the event horizon, they were trying to create the black hole. They succeeded, but in doing so, they also managed to bring the Cygnus back in time.
Yes.
Where it crossed over.
If we're going to link them in that way, then so the easiest thing is that. My thing would be to that is there would be some kind of correspondence between the moment that the event horizon opened its gravity drive to try and leap to Proxima Centauri, with the Cygnus going into the black hole, and they swapped over at that point.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, so they literally went through opposite ends of the same Einstein-Rosen bridge.
Yes.
Yes, I like that.
So the Cygnus reappears near Neptune, having been to where the event horizon goes.
Of course, yes.
So we get the event horizon in 2031, which the Palermo finds.
Yeah.
And then they go into that storyline, and you get the Cygnus having appeared. And obviously Reinhardt doesn't know where the hell he is until they can study and find out that they're outside Neptune.
Oh, of course.
And then he gets the joy and frivolity of discovering what hell is.
But would you though? Because then we end up with essentially the same antagonist, because we still get the living ship. I mean, obviously, that's a nice way to explain how the event horizon is in the future. But that's not the story, as you quite rightly said. There's no black hole then for Reinhardt to try and.
Yeah, but with the living ship, you've got the characters from the black hole freaking the fuck out.
That's fine. That works. It's just, where's our stakes in our new version of Event Horizon? Because you've got the Cygnus, which he was attempting to get a black hole, but as you rightly said, he's popped up outside Neptune. There's no black hole there.
Maybe he's trying to create it to get back.
Yeah, okay. I think I can see this. So the Event Horizon wasn't, unlike the Cygnus, wasn't designed to survive a black hole. It was meant to create one. So when it comes out the other end, it's trapped in the
Event Horizon itself.
In the Event Horizons themselves. So the crew are going to have to try and do something with the ship to escape the Event Horizon.
Yes, of course, before they get sucked back into the black hole.
And crushed because the ship is woefully unprepared. Or if they don't get the drives back working again, the ship is going to be compressed into tiny atoms, and so is everybody else.
But we're saying that the Cygnus is now a living ship when it comes back? Because then we effectively, all we've done is replace the ship, and we still get the same basic storyline in Event Horizon, just with a different ship and a different crew.
Oh, right, I see what you mean, yes.
The Event Horizon as the living ship that wants to take people back to this hellish dimension in the black hole, that works. It's just, where is our conflict on the other one? What is Reinhardt going to do outside of Neptune? Unless he's found his way here, he needs to get back to the black hole, and he takes them with him, because obviously his ship is far more advanced.
He's on a corrupted living ship. He is himself probably corrupted. He wants to spread his thing, and now that he's in Neptune, he's in the solar system.
Yeah, so he
wants to get to Earth.
He wants to spread the evil.
Okay. But we're still going to have the living hell dimension in both storylines.
I think we should.
Think about it. When they actually go through the black hole, they appear to go through what looks like both heaven and hell.
Yeah, that's true.
Because look what happened to Reinhardt and Maximilian.
So this is interesting. So for whatever reason, the crew of the Palermo were delayed and they get there later because the sickness has already gone through. Which kind of makes sense, because he'd spent all of that time just sat there waiting.
Yeah.
He'd gone for 18 years, so it's entirely possible that it's like one of these small plot holes in the black hole, is that he's been gone all of this time, he could have easily gone through. I know he said he was waiting for telemetry, but
Yeah.
they could have done it any time sooner. Okay, that works. I think that works.
Although I will point out, I think the implication was that he was waiting for someone to witness his glory.
Of course he was, because yeah, absolutely. Okay, in terms of acts,
I feel like the first acts are pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's finding the ship and getting on board. In both cases, they're a similar-ish timeline.
I put Event Horizon at abandoned ship in terms of when the Lewis and Clark gets damaged and they all have to get on board the Event Horizon, which is about half an hour in, or just over half an hour in, because it's an hour and 36.
I mean, there's an argument to be made. It's either when they first step on the ship or when it's abandoned ship because of the explosion.
Yeah.
It's only a few minutes between them. I'm easygoing either way. I mean, what do you think?
I could go with that, actually.
What with the abandoned ship thing?
Yeah.
Because that's the bit that
That's
forces
the game
them
change
on.
that forces them on, yeah.
And I would argue, like in Black Hole, the same act is when Reinhardt reveals himself.
Yes, that's the
to
only one I
crew
wasn't sure
and
was.
explains his story.
Because Reinhardt is evil.
don't. There is Austin's hiding over there.
Which, if you think about it, in both cases is them encountering the antagonist, because it's when the drive does its thing, and of course it's when Reinhardt, the bad guy, goes, "Here I am. This is my plan."
Act 2 for Event Horizon I had is nice and simple because Lawrence Fishburne delivers probably the line of the film.
We're leaving.
Yeah.
And I thought, and again, in a similar kind of thing, is when Booth tries to take the Palermo and it blows up.
You see, I was going to argue that it was when the Maximilian kills the Doctor.
Yes. That would make more sense, actually. I do think that was a bit
Because it's a
early.
really sudden turn. They're talking, they're being reasonable, they're talking to each other, and suddenly Maximilian just goes, "Bleh."
Yeah.
Whoa!
So, killing Norman Bates. In terms of names, the Black Hole becomes Black Horizon.
Uh-huh.
And the Event Horizon becomes the Event Hole. Chris,
I was
where
thinking
are
about
you?
this earlier on, and there's only one way that was going to turn out.
Yes. I hope wherever he is, Chris is having a chuckle.
Sorry, kids.
Welcome to the wrongness.
I suppose the only thing left to be decided is which one do you want to do first?
Should we do the wrong hole? I mean,
The wrong hole.
sorry.
It's only episode 1 of the month.
Shane's back.
As he said, welcome to the wrongness. Do we want to have sci-fi space shenanigans, or do we want to have evil nastiness in space first?
Should we have evil nastiness in space first?
So the event hole?
The Event Hole first?
The event hole.
Anyway, that's for next time. Brilliant. So, thank you very much for joining us again at the start of our new month of shenanigans. So, please have a great weekend, have a great start to next week, and we will see you on Wednesday for Act 1 of The Event Hole.
As always, guys, TTFN.
See you later. Bye.
Ba 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 ba.